Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware at 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life. Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back to the beautiful Bell Field at Chris Lander Stadium alongside Marty Lowe. I'm Paul Najar, back with our pregame broadcast here as South Oldham High School Dragons get ready to face the homestanding Oldham County Colonels. And now tonight's keys to the game presented by Clementine's Car Wash, located in the Kroger Fuel Center at LaGrange, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash. Marty Lowe, tonight's keys to the game for the visiting South Oldham Dragons.
Well, really for South, it's always going to be about their up-front control. Their defense and offensive line, being able to keep pressure off of themselves and then, create that pressure or the balance from Oldham County. So between that and their run game balance, as long as they can keep their running game working and keep the balls in their playmakers' hand, that'll be the best outcome for them as we move on.
And now for the Clementine's Car Wash, keys to the game for the homestanding Oldham County Colonels.
Even as they, stated in the coach, and their coach said, offensive balance for them, as long as they don't get one-dimensional, they're going to be, they're going to be better off, with their playmakers working and then trying to neutralize that pressure from South. They've got to keep Derek Dees and their running game, working and very smooth. So hopefully, both teams, can keep that key as they move forward.
And those keys to the game from Marty Lowe, presented by Clementine's Car Wash, located in the Kroger Fuel Center in LaGrange, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash. I want to remind everyone this broadcast is authorized by Oldham County High School with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. thank you for watching. We're going to go to break. When we come back, we'll go right into that interview, pregame interview with Coach Sean Little of the Oldham County Colonels. Stay with us on Glycod.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod. Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Belfield at Chris Landers Stadium, Oldham County High School. And want to give a summary of what Coach Sean Little discussed. We didn't have much time to complete the interview that we did pregame, but Marty, he talked about the rivalry, he talked about the intensity, but he also talked about one thing that he needs more than anything out of his players, and that's physicality.
Yeah, and I mean building that, from your program and, as they move forward, into 6A, more of their games that they're playing, they're going to have that.
The physical presence up front and along both lines, important for this Oldham County team. We'll discuss more what Sean Little had to say when we return. Stay with us. Opening kickoff just a moment away on Glycod.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware, 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Welcome back to Bell Field at Chris Landers Stadium, and we are ready to get this thing started. Alongside Marty Lowe, I'm Paul Najar. Tonight's key players brought to you by D's Consulting, a good community supporter of high school athletic, a proud community supporter of high school athletics on Glycod. Marty, key players for the receiving team, Oldham County.
Well, definitely looking at Oldham County with their quarterback Derek Dees and the wide receiver Miller Brown. Okay, I mean how those guys get started. Okay, and they're going to have to put that ball in the air and see if they can push the ball down the field quickly.
And the kickoff, deep inside the 5 at the 3. There is Miller Brown. He receives it, and this kid can fly right up the middle. But great coverage on the part of the kickoff coverage team from South Oldham.
Great job by South squeezing between the hashes right there. I mean, not giving any lanes. He saw one there quickly, but it closed up sure in a hurry, and he definitely slowed down. Probably could have hit it a little bit faster. A
1st and 10 at the 23, a 20-yard return from Miller Brown, the senior veteran starter. Tough guy. He will be on the wideout. It's Derek Dees, quarterback, number 7. And Oldham County dressed in their home blues in this big game, the big rival game. He starts off under center. Dees drops back, and he's immediately rushed, flushed out of the right side, and throws it away.
Heady decision. That's kind of following the North Oldham game, where they flushed their quarterback out of the pocket pretty early. There's pressure in his face right away, so all he gave up was 1st down, so it's still 2nd and 10, so great decision.
Flushed out by Jake Butler, number 30, the right defensive end. Came flying in, disrupting that play. So 2nd and 10. Middle of the field. Formation with 2 wide. One of the key players out there, Miller Brown, he gets his first touch up the middle. He goes for 2.
Solid defensive line presence, now dropping the safety down in the box. They're in a wing set, which gives them extra guy point of attack from Oldham County. So great job by South rolling Adrian Miles, their left side safety, down in the box.
And that was not Miller Brown. That was my mistake. I had him on my mind, but a gain of 2 on that play. 3rd and 8 for the Colonels. Out of the shotgun. Brown in the right slot. Dees, straight drop, looking. There's over the middle of the field on the post. He has his man.
Nice combination on the scissors look with the outside guy run the post, inside guy ropes the wheel. Say quarterback read off the safety right there, left up the middle of the field wide open. Beautifully thrown by Derek Dees. Great protection, good protection. He had quite a bit of time.
And talk about his eyes when he looked to the outside. He had Brooks Keitlinger coming across the middle.
Yep, good scan. Good scan read right there. Caden picking it up, getting his feet set too. So good look.
Keitlinger looked good as a sophomore last year. The junior, big chunk for the Colonels on that 3rd and 8.
Trying to stay true to the run game, making sure that they're continuing to hammer that out and keep the balance right there. But North Oldham's front three especially, they're really controlling the line of scrimmage early.
Nash Meredith with that carry. Another 2-yard gain for him. That 3rd down play netted 31 yards. So they're across midfield. 2nd and 8 at the South Oldham 43. Taking a little time getting the play.
Yeah, they're running out of time right there. Back Jones got his hand up already.
This could be an early timeout. They get the snap. Inside fake, pitch left, it goes. And nothing doing. The green wall on the outside.
Excellent pursuit. Safety coming downhill to pick up the option back on that too, and he just scraped off the quarterback to get the option back. So excellent job by South Oldham rallying to the football.
And Jake Butler again, right defensive end, right there to give a big knock.
In South Oldham, they ran the option last week, so it's kind of good to Oldham County to kind of give them a little piece of their own medicine a little bit, but didn't work quite as well. No gain.
Butler put the hit on Dees after he tossed it out to Nash Meredith. That was Jaden. Here's the 3rd and 8 play. Up the middle he goes, and there is that defense.
There is the pressure right there. 3rd and 8, trying to keep them out of any kind of field goal range, kept them in front of the chains as well, so brings up a 4th down. Pressure from the right side, outside linebacker, they didn't have anyone out there to pick him up.
And that will force a big decision here. 4th and 7 at the 42. What do you think, Marty?
They're not hesitating. Obviously their offense is balanced. They, already hit a post route, for a long gain, so definitely not holding back right here early, okay, and I would definitely press it too. It's still 0-0 on the board.
Passing formation out of the shotgun, 4th and 7 for Dees. Brings Brown in motion right to left. Brown into the backfield, now circles right. Inside, handoff. And they stop him short.
Interesting call on 4th and 8. I assume maybe trying to control things a little bit, but not sure about 4th and 8 and running. And I thought they were going to pull it out and just throw the swing route out to Brown, but he gave it, and obviously they were 2 or 3 yards short, so turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs. Jaden Corum just short, about 2-3 yards short of that 1st down pickup. So 1st and 10 for the South Oldham Dragons. Chalk up win number 1 on that possession to the Dragons, and they start their first possession at their 37. Quick out. And that goes nowhere. That's a big blue wall.
Definite hesitation out there, okay, from the wide receiver. He could have probably hit that a little quicker to get a few more, but hesitated, and the blocking surely didn't get there any faster. But great job by Oldham County's defense rallying to the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely swarmed to that ball. Ethan Arnold, the quarterback, you know him well, you know Dees well, and you've seen him train. What's the strength with Ethan Arnold?
Oh, Ethan's got a strong arm. He does. They're not necessarily a passing offense, but, he does have that ability, once they get in those situations.
He's under center, out of the eye. And it goes to the eye back.
So Oldham County's front 7, studding it up in the middle, kind of taking the power away. So we'll see if South Oldham goes back to the fullback dives and the option game to try to get it outside a little bit, but they definitely squeeze the running lanes inside.
Miles ahead for 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 7 at the 40.
Just like to see how they feel each other out, the first 2 drives and kind of what's working and what the strength might be.
From the pistol. Straight drop, now he turns, rolls left. And there's pressure. He has to go to the middle of the field, can't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Had 2 receivers sitting down in the same area, which didn't help him, once he scrambled. But that's not a bad thing. Punting and just holding on to it and not making a bad play out of it also, not making it worse.
Turnovers, not what you want early in a rivalry game.
Absolutely. You can punt it away, and nobody's hurt at this point. Hopefully, your punter can get a long one out there, okay? So nobody hurt, and you just kind of play the field position battle while you're trying to feel yourself out on offensively, both teams offensively.
Julian Miles, the running back, will play both ways. He's also punting. And Miller Brown, flag on the play. It is going to be...
I don't know if there's anything that Julian Miles doesn't do.
You ought to see him
Check
on the
water
hardwood.
buckets. Yeah, that's what I hear. Yeah, that's what I hear, obviously.
Kid is a player, and we'll discuss that. Illegal false start on South Oldham as referee Forrest Waits, umpire Trey Hedinger, linesman Claude Segali, line judge Jeremy Schmidt, and back judge Myung Kim.
Definite safe punt showing here from Oldham County, just setting up this return.
And Miles looked to pass. He has the rugby kick. And it goes one bop to Miller Brown. He gets between two defenders. He gets out to the right side, across the 50. Miller Brown steps out of bounds at the 44.
Momentum took him out of bounds with those two stiff arms. Definitely gave him 7 to 8 more yards right there. So heads up play, and man, he saved big-time field position for his offense as well by catching that on the first hop.
On the hop, he takes it from about the 32 across midfield. That's a 24-yard gain, we'll call it, 23, 24 yards to the 44 of South Oldham.
I tell you, an athlete like that, catching on the hop like that, I mean, it's always scary, and if he drops it, the coach is freaking out, let it go, and then he catches. Like, great job,
He doesn't drop many, and I'll tell you.
I mean, that's just a heads-up play.
I will take number 3 in blue and number 6 in white on any team I coach or play for anytime. Those kids are magnificent competitors. D, straight drop out of the shotgun. Now he's going to look to run. He steps up, decides to hold on to it, and he finds Miller Brown for 9 yards across the middle.
So a shallow cross concept, you have the drag coming from right to left, and then a 10-yard dig route, coming over the top, and he does a great job keeping his shoulders square and delivering that ball back inside between the linebackers. Good eyes, as you said. I mean, he's continuing to scan the field well and get his feet set even as he's on the run to be able to.
How tough is that as
accurate.
a quarterback?
It's very
to step up and tuck and then come through with your feet and your hand.
Well,
to release.
as a right-handed quarterback, moving left especially, so it's something he's definitely gotten better at.
D's up the middle it goes, and the big green just stuff.
Still, I think short of the first down. I mean, they needed a good 1.5. I don't think they came up with much there. So bring up a third down.
Corum, it's called a yard, so it'll be third. They're inside the 35. They got to get to the 34. It's about a half yard to go on third down.
You got D's coming all the way to the sideline to get the call. That's a lot of running he's going to put in, before the night's over with.
That is a night's worth. Yeah, that's a night's
signals.
worth of jogging.
Absolutely.
D's deep back is Brown to the right. Deep back is Corum. D's hands it off to Corum, straight through the line, diving for 5.
Nice kick out. Fullback, nice job coming underneath. 27 really kicking the defensive end out to the left and hitting that C gap, for a pretty good gain. Obviously to get the first down, but to pick up that many as well.
Nash Meredith, number 27 with the block. And Oldham County with the first down, settling in at the 31-yard line.
Anticipate a little play action here, over the top, I would think, to take a little shot right here.
You learned that from Coach Snellenberger back in the day. You get across into that 30 to 40-yard range and play action, go deep.
Yeah, just being that attacking offense. And he gave it.
Well, he gave it up to Corum. And it's neat to see D's and these young quarterbacks following through with fakes after the play. And an old trick that a guy that beat Louisville on the last play of the game, Brett Favre, used to do all the time back in '89.
With all the run-pass options everybody's doing now, and, you get your zone reads, and you get both these quarterbacks that move pretty well. I mean, one a little bit more running style than the other. But with all the RPOs and, their eye discipline and all that goes with us, I mean, it's really good for me, especially as an offensive, type guy, to just watch that type of discipline from these quarterbacks.
Good stuff from D so far, but a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 at the 30. Lots of movement in that offense. Miller Brown out wide. They go to the middle screen. Corum gets it, turns it upfield. Met by a few defenders there. 4-yard gain. It'll be, that's 3rd and 4 for the Colonels.
Great job on the middle screen right there. You want your offensive lineman to make that count a little bit quicker, to get out in front of that running back a little bit more. I think they'd had it set up a little bit better, but great job putting his head down and getting what he could.
Sean Little, head coach, off the sideline, about 5 steps onto the field to communicate as his team is on the far hash, communicating with his quarterback Dees for this 3rd down call. Probably have 2 plays here to get the first. 2 minutes, under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Dees straight drop. He's pressured. He stops. He gets sacked and pulled down. And that is a big defensive play. And
So protection, I mean, they're still blitzing the same guy from the outside. They don't pick him up. That time he's back inside in B gap, and, nobody saw him. Running back went the other way. So, the quarterback's got to know that he's hot off that linebacker right there, too. So his underneath route, he's got to get rid of it, too, because he's obviously backing the chains up as well.
Parker Ellis with the big sack. A loss of 15.
I felt like he could have kept running. If he was escaping out to the right. I mean, keep running, burn it, throw it away. I mean, but you at least stay ahead of the chains, okay, instead of 4th and deep.
So now you've got 4th and 18. There is a timeout. Oldham County will take a break in this first quarter. When we return, 4th down play coming up for the Colonels. Stay with us on Glycod.
Blind Direct, not just blinds. Blind Direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
And welcome back to Belfield at Chrislander Stadium here at Oldham County High School, alongside former Louisville quarterback Marty Lowe and former coach in the AFL. That's the Arena Football League, where the game moves at warp speed. Marty, your impressions of this first 11 minutes of the contest?
I mean, right now with Oldham County, I'm impressed by the play calls of really trying to keep that pressure off of them until that last one where, he could have gotten rid of the ball a lot quicker, just burned it at least and thrown it out of bounds, once he got outside the tackle box. But I kind of like their screen, their stay with the run, get the passes off right there. So hopefully they get back to a little bit of mixture.
Empty backfield. Miller Brown in motion. D, straight drop. They got to get to the 21. He wants to throw it deep, but he doesn't have anybody. He'll escape. Stays behind the line. He goes left. He finds his receiver. Miller Brown is always open.
You could look at it from team to team, level to level, and you've always got that guy where they just kind of know where he's at, what he's doing, what time he's eating dinner. I mean, it just, you name it. You just have that. And that's putting all that work in. They put the work in during the summer, all that, and he, his eyes are down. Do I keep it? He skates the line of scrimmage, staying left. Next thing you know, his eyes are up, and who does he find but his guy?
18,
never fails.
They needed 18. He gets 23 down to the 18-yard line. Under 30 seconds left. What a connect to Miller Brown. Just a do-it-all player. Now he goes quick to Brown on the screen on the right side. Can Brown get a block? No, he cannot, but he does surge ahead for 3 yards, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Good defensive play there on the outside from Dees.
Haskin, 9, their wide receiver, he locked up, blocking for him, and he's worried he's going to hold him, so he kind of let him go, which was good, but if he'd have done his job a little better, he'd have gotten more, but that's a pretty headsy decision.
And that's the end of the first quarter. No score here. Oldham County driving when we return. Second quarter action straight ahead on Glycod.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard. Do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Belfield at Chrislander Stadium. Oldham County High School facing a 2nd and 7 against rival South Oldham. Alongside Marty Lowe, I'm Paul Najar. We're thrilled to have you here as D's straight drop. Over the middle he goes, and he finds his guy, Keitlinger, for the touchdown.
Great throw over the middle. You know, that's you get in the red zone inside the 20. Safety shades outside a little bit, especially when you swing the back out there of the slot receiver. Safety works out, post comes back in. He throws that one on time. So coach obviously telling him, get the ball out of your hand.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to be fine if you just get the ball out of your hand, and we'll continue to run the ball and keep it balanced.
No sacks allowed in this one. Extra point up and good. We're going to take a break. It's 7-0 here at Oldham County. The Colonels lead. The Dragons will return. Kickoff straight ahead on Glycod.
Line direct, not just blinds. Line direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
And to kick off for the Colonels, number 33, Jack Robson.
Welcome back to Oldham County High School. And the kickoff received at the 15 by an up man for South Oldham. He tries to go outside and stop at the 24.
Let's see if Oldham County can handle this momentum shift right here with, South Oldham can handle this momentum shift now after this score. You know, the winds are out of their sails a little bit right now. So, you know, playing on the road, see if you can get this run game going and get Miles off and running too. See if they can get back on top of this and even the score.
South Oldham back on offense. And there's the option. There's the big play. Oh, they've been looking for.
It's the same thing they had last week, you know, trying to get that free safety out of the middle of the field to get down to play the quarterback like that. That's not a, you know, from a safety position, especially in high school, that's not something you really want to sign up for.
No, you don't.
Especially when you're the top receiver.
Yeah, you're the top receiver. But Ethan Arnold is a big guy.
He is.
And Miller Brown takes everybody on. It does not matter. That is a wrestling champion.
Sure.
That is a football player. I will take him, as I said before, on my team anytime. Oh, a bad snap. Arnold has to fall on it after that 11-yard gain on first down for the first. It'll be now second as they lose 3, 2nd and 13 from the 32.
And they had a little bit of those issues early in the game last week as well, you know, some exchange issues, bad snap, and then, you know, they had a bad exchange between the quarterback and the running back too. So hopefully they don't follow that same that
just seemed to be a wobbler. It might have tipped off his leg
and dragged it on
as
the
he was
ground.
snapping it. Yeah,
Sure.
He dragged it along. So D's to Keitlinger for the score. And now South Oldham trying to respond. 2nd and 13, handoff up the middle goes Julian Miles for about 5. 6. Call it 6.
You respect Oldham County. They're jamming 7 in the box. With their their eye backs look, and they got 3 receivers, so they're just daring South Oldham to throw the ball out in the flats or at least one-on-one to the slot, which is there. But
and how do you beat that other than those quick outs?
Yeah, I mean that if the guy's out of the box, they're going to count the box. If it's light, they're going to run it. If the guy pops in the box, where it's heavy, they're going to throw it. But Oldham County really doesn't go off those principles. We're going to throw it 7 in the box. We're going to run it 7 in the box either way.
3rd and 7. The fake. Arnold goes outside. That was tipped. That ball was tipped by South Oldham, or Oldham County's Grant Turner.
So one play late. They try to flip it out there to the flats, as I was just speaking of, but they're one play late. It's 3rd and a little bit more than medium there, but try to do it. But they've obviously bumped out of the box, and they're covered down for pass on 3rd and long. So hopefully they'll come back and recognize it and take advantage of what the defense is giving them.
So Julian Miles will go back to punt, the 6'1 senior. Tremendous basketball player. Makes plays all over that court. Let's see on this football field. He takes a look downfield, rugby punt, gets it away from the 38. It was fielded at the 31. So a 19, 29, 32-yard net on that one.
He couldn't have held that 1/10 of a second any longer. It would have been blocked. And he's doing a good job. Calling for the fair catch, but hopefully that doesn't come back on him, bite him in the tail.
But if you're coaching him, you're like, Julian, get that ball off your foot.
Take a step, boom it out there. We can probably get 5 or 6 more, and then cover. But, whatever you do, don't get it blocked.
And don't get in an eligible downfield or anything like that. Yeah. So 1st and 10 at the 31 for Oldham County. Out of the shotgun, empty backfield, and they just flip it forward to Miller Brown. He can't get around the edge, but there's a face mask.
Yeah, that was pretty blatant on that one. He tried to get to the edge or whatever, but, wasn't going to get it for sure. But face mask surely helps.
And that's just unfortunate when you're a 6'2", 6'3 guy going against a 5'9", 5'10 guy. Sometimes the hands find the wrong spot.
Yeah, even that edge guy, the defensive end setting the edge right there, as he's coached to do, and you still got to reach out, and you got a big guy pushing on you. So, yeah, sometimes your hand just gets in the wrong spot.
So 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, so it's from the 31 to the 46, 15 yards, 1st down, OC. Ashton Darius over the ball. He flips it back to Dees. Dees looking, rolls right, flips it downfield. Just a little strong for Corum, who came was split wide out of the backfield.
Yeah, goodness, he swung his route out to the numbers, and then linebacker picked him up, so just converted it, pushed upfield, and got his hands off of the defender right there, but wasn't able to get his head up fast enough. Ball overthrown.
Dees light on his feet, real good footwork. He's been square all night through the first 15 minutes of this contest. Early 2nd quarter, up 7-0, the homestanding Colonels. Dees, Miller Brown up the middle. He finds a hole, and he goes 10, 15. He's not down yet. 16, 17 yards.
Nice creative ways they continue to get their guy the ball, orbit motioning back into the backfield and running an isolation play, an ISO, on the linebacker up the left side. They got extra guys in the box, but they're over on the right side, where Brown lined up. So great job neutralizing that part.
1st and 10 at the 37. What a difference a year makes. This Oldham County offense, experienced, clean in their play. Dees, quick out. Brown, he's got to go through 2. He puts his head down. Good decision there, Marty.
I think, he RPO, fake it, but he's just flipping the screen out there. But I thought just keep it outside. Keep it outside. If they force you to cut back, great. But try to go get 2 to 3, and then anything after that is cake. Especially when you got an extra guy out there. Yeah.
Felt like he was bracketed, so he just tucked his head down, take 1. Always going forward is this young man. Miller Brown has been a joy to watch for 3 now in his Now my third season watching him. He's made plays every time you see him. Offense, defense, special teams. The snap, Corum, and quick to the ball. Right, and Jake Butler all night.
Definitely pushing it, pushing that edge, forcing him to cut back immediately off the inside zone and kid nothing there. Even the backside pursuit closed pretty quickly right there. So, you got South Oldham's defensive front trying to line up.
What teams are off to hot starts, folks? Check out the latest Birds bonus. It's shakedowns and rebounds on glycod.com, plus continuous score updates from around the area. There is Dees on this 3rd and 9. Dees rolls right, finds some trouble, steps away from it, and he keeps his feet straight to Miller Brown. Who else?
So you get the bootleg, even 3rd and 8, whatever it may be. Nothing's, once you get across the 50, nothing's off the board. But faking that bootleg to the left and then rolling out back to the right, just a great job stepping up back inside, and he continues to work the line of scrimmage with his eyes up, not just to find his guy, but when you even watch the rest of his receivers continue to work for him, that's impressive.
Impressive performance so far from Dees. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more of this Oldham County Drive when we return. Stay with us on Glycod.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware, 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Belfield at Chrislander Stadium. Friday night football on Glycod. The Oldham County Colonels up 7-0. 1st and 10 from the 23 of South Oldham. There is Dees looking down the middle again for that perfect pass and catch. This time it's Tim Rankin for the score on the post.
So great job on his read, going from low to high. You get the drag route coming from left to right, dig route over the middle, and then a post coming right over the top of the safety. Safety drives down on the dig, and he leads that receiver out in front, allow him to go get it, away from the corner. That's a great job competing by 15 right there. Rankin, great job with his hands.
Rankin with the score, and now Robson for the extra point. Encroachment on the defense is declined, and the PAT is good, so it is now 14-0 Oldham County. Mid-second quarter, we'll take our break and return with South Oldham's response on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
They had the lights flickering, as they still do, and Robson's extra point good to make it 14-0 at 6:53 the second quarter. Marty, some impressive passing game from this Oldham County Colonel team.
Yeah, the concepts they're running are well developed. They're still mixing it, with their running game, their motions, creating, eye problems, for the front seven of South Oldham, but he's doing a great job rolling through his concepts, and having time obviously always helps. That's pretty obvious.
Robson puts his leg into it down to the 2-yard line. Here comes the return. Up the middle goes Julian Miles. He goes across the 20 to the 24, and he is stuck there. That was number 55. And do we have a 55 on our? No, we do not, but it's Robinson. We don't have that on our roster, 55 for Oldham County, but Robinson with a tackle. Well done.
And those are definitely hits that add up on Miles. Hopefully in the run game here he can get himself going, but, those hits accumulate.
They do. Split backs out of the pistol. And there's the pitch to Miles, his left side, around the left side for 7 yards.
So you South Oldham, kind of going to some open sets now, trying to spread Oldham County out a little bit more so they can find ways to run the ball and run the option, okay? So trying to get a little creative, but they're realizing they can't cram everybody in the box and allow 8 from Oldham County and being able to be that successful. 2nd and 3,
Coach Sams talked about trying to stay within their framework of offense. Not a team that can come back with the passing game so much, right? This run game needs time to work. And there it is, up the gut. Just as you need 14 yards, we'll call it, on 2nd and 3.
And as you said, them staying within their framework. So just like last week, getting back to that fullback dive and working some inside-outside game from option now to the fullback dive, is really helping, spread people out and, obviously put the ball in other people's hands as well. To make Oldham County defend the entire field.
First down for South Oldham at the 45. They will look to continue this drive down and put some points on the board. There's another score from Oldham County may put it out of reach. So South Oldham, tight formation, play action. Arnold goes deep. He has his man wide open, and that was a tough drop.
And you got to
Davis Larson.
You got to take your hat off to South Oldham's play caller. Then he goes back to the tight sets and get him to cram the box and then play action off the top of it. So that right there is impressive, But you got to hold on to the ball, obviously. So.
Timeout called by the Colonels.
And there is a timeout on the field. We'll take a break. I think that's the Colonel's second timeout, actually. So we'll take a break here. Return with this drive from South Oldham. Stay with us on Glycod.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware at 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back. Belfield at Chris Landers Stadium alongside Marty Lowe. I'm Paul Najar, and 2nd and 10 for the South Oldham Dragons, Ethan Arnold. What a great pass he just laid out there, but no go. And here is the cut run again. Inside handoff and a 12-yard gain for number 32, Luke Hatcher.
Hatcher, he got them going last week. I mean, that's really kind of what got their offense, up and running, that fullback dive, and then Ethan Allen got going at the quarterback position too, but pulling it out of there every once in a while, and flipping it out there like they've done has been a great call, to kind of switch things up. So anticipate something outside at this point.
Only 2 wide receivers in this formation, and there they go again to Hatcher. He held that ball a little long there, didn't he, Marty?
It's kind of the old adage of we're going to run it till they stop it, so, it's 2nd down. Okay, yeah, he could have pulled it out of there. You would have definitely thought, but golly, 2 fullback dives in a row for big chunks. You got to keep on, and make them stop it.
2nd and 8, they did stop it. It just didn't look secure until we saw the blue shirts all around Hatcher. But I think Coach Kane Sams was telling Ethan Arnold, hey, pull it and pitch it. We got the edge.
Yeah. A lot of green grass out off that left side.
Under center. Arnold takes it. At play action, now he goes down the left side to his man. He can't get him. It's too long, and it's picked off. And it's picked off. Is that Rankin?
Looked like 8. So, just throwing that up
Ryan
there. I
Davis.
mean, the corner is really deep. I mean, he's
19.
basically playing left field. And then just throwing it up there without reading it. He could have back shouldered it. He could have, definitely throw it out toward the sideline or even checked it back down, okay, also. But, not a great fake. Obviously, they didn't go for it, but just throwing it up there. And the corner just played left field on it and pulled it down.
Out in left field, Ryan Giles, number 19, picks it off, and that gives them first down at their own 5 for the Colonels. Turnovers not welcome as Corum hits the edge. He's got 20. He's got 30. Can he go? 40. And there's going to come back. Flag on the play. Young man takes it 95 for the score, but and it's not going to come back, I don't think, to the line of scrimmage. But maybe a little further downfield.
22 is the spot, but, you got to give the kid credit for dipping inside, and keeping the linebackers hugged in. He bounces that thing and skates down the sideline, but the speed, but how he set it up was even on tops of the speed.
Talk about that, how he dipped that shoulder, kept those feet moving and shoulder square.
The linebackers have to feel they got gap control as well, but, once he commits inside like that, they've got to step up, and then to be able to bounce that. As long as your offensive line can keep a little bit of push, it definitely sets himself up for second-level work.
So that holding call.
It's a pretty run, but it was downfield. I mean, it'd be different if it was your offensive lineman, but those guys are controlling that edge.
They are. Sean Little's team, what a difference a year makes, Marty. Last year, it was heavy run. Struggled with the pass game, but boy, multiple and danger everywhere, all over this field from the Colonels offense. Now it's 1st and 3 from the 12. There's Dees. He pitches it around the edge for the first down. Miller Brown out to the 15.
He's close, but, orbit motion in the backfield and continuing to find creative ways and, catching that sweep and, trying to get to that edge like that, to get that first down. A little bit short. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, you're
he
right.
got it.
Okay,
he got it. They said right at the spot at 15.
Yeah.
And there's Dees getting the call from head coach Sean Little. He jogs back 30 yards to the huddle. Not as much verbiage in high school play calling, though, correct?
No, you're definitely not going to see any Sean Payton 72 words.
Oh, and that inside handoff.
And that is definitely the strength of South Oldham's defense, is that defensive front and trying to create the other side of that line. They knew the Corum took that one to the house a minute ago and got called back, so they had to stud it up on that play.
And they did indeed. As we approach 3 minutes to go in this second quarter, South Oldham offense struggling, and Oldham County's offense showing some real promise.
And you talk about coaching and just, it's development. Some of your players, your program, your concepts, play into what your strengths are. Ran the ball last year, and then now, going to what you got, and being able to do as you please.
Empty backfield, Dees gets it, but there is that South Oldham. The edge set there on both sides, but that's Blake Dickamore.
So, he's still getting stuck up, with the right outside linebacker. There's no running back over there. The offensive linemen are handling the 4 in front of them, or the 3 in front of them, and the 2 linebackers. So that is the quarterback's guy outside. He's hot off of that guy. The ball has to come out of his hand. So, that is 3 times, that he's not been hot and set his feet and get the ball out of his hand.
Butler was in his face. Dickamore finished him off. Absolutely. It's 3rd and 16 now, 2-minute mark. Dees Walks the sideline. Could this be a direct snap? Or are they going to take a delay? They'll take a timeout. So we'll take another second quarter break when we return. 3rd and 16 for the Oldham County Colonels. Stay with us on Glycod.
Blinds direct, not just blinds. Blinds direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back. Bell Field at Chris Lander Stadium. Alongside Marty Lowe, I'm Paul Najar. Thrilled to bring you this game. Marty, you know some of these players personally as a coach and a trainer. You know, the level of football here tonight, pretty darn good.
You know, about 6 years ago, just tried to get into it and started training kids, you know, year round. And, you know, the kids that have come through, they've been all over the county. So it's been good. And to watch this development and be able to come out here and see it from this perspective has been great.
3rd and 16. Dees takes the shotgun snap right down. Oh, he had his man to the outside, and it almost looked like he had which guy to go to, but it was intercepted by the South Oldham safety.
So you have 3rd and 18, and you go 4 verticals, 2 guys down the numbers, 2 guys up the hash. He reads the inside safety. There, he's not there. He's got to stick it on him, but the corner plays in between the outside guy and the inside guy, and he floats it. Got to shoot the ball in there, and he's got it. But the pressure is what creates that. The linebacker on the outside is what's creating that.
And good pressure. So turnover for turnover. And here is Ethan Arnold. Oh, and there is 3 consecutive as Julian, or was that Julian Miles?
Yeah,
yes, it was.
You know, give them credit. South Oldham trying to get their playmaker the ball, even splitting him out, trying to dink it to him a little bit, you know, to see what else is working, but just coughed it up. You know, coughed it up. That's a shame.
So that 3rd and 16 interception turns into a 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line for Oldham County. South Oldham looking for a little charge before the half and couldn't quite convert on that one as Julian Miles puts it on the ground. And that kid was determined enough. You won't see another one from him tonight. Corum tries to skate along the right side of the line. Can't find anything except negative yardage.
So inside a minute and a half, you're up 2 scores, and you just threw an interception on a 4 vertical concept, you know. So just hand off. Let's see kind of what happens on that first run. If he breaks it for 10 or 15, we'll speed it up. But they might be just fine, you know, just kind of sitting on this 2-touchdown lead.
Do you call a timeout if you're South Oldham and try and get the ball back one more time?
I would say, depending on what happens this play, that might be a thought because, I mean, you're inside a minute right now. You know, anytime you put Julian Miles deep, I mean, you know, anything can happen. So
indeed,
down 2 scores.
Official waving his arm. Could be a delay. Nope, they get it off just in time. Inside handoff, Corum. It was 2nd and 14, and he gets 5, maybe 6. They do call timeout with, it should have been 33, but it's now 29.5 remaining.
Yeah, if you're going to do it, I definitely would have done it a lot quicker than that if I was trying to
He
save
was
the
out
clock,
on the field trying to get the officials' attention. The officials were breaking up the tackle there.
Sure. You know, if anything else, just to get a return and see kind of if we break it or not. You know, I mean, you don't need a ton of time for that, but at least let your playmaker come back and work after coughing it up.
We'll stay right here with the through the break. It's third and a long 8 for the Colonels.
After last week and seeing them, you know, really come out and put pressure and, you know, as fired up as South Oldham was, I know they were at home. You know, it's going to be interesting to see this coming out this second half, you know, if they can really get themselves back and get their heads back into that momentum
And
part
for
of the game.
that type of attack, Marty, that running, that option, you need that rhythm, don't you? You really need that rhythm to get it going.
Well, and being down 2 scores doesn't help, with your philosophy, but it's only 2 scores. I mean, You can still stick to it. You got 2 quarters. No need to panic, but trying to get high school kids to buy into that, that's the biggest part too. That's coaching.
And outside quick goes Dees, and they stop the clock. 23.2, and I believe that's a timeout in hand for South Oldham.
Yeah, Brown ran a quick out at, or whether they were trying to block and set up the timing of the actual pass so they could block on time outside, but he wasn't even looking back for the ball, so a little miscommunication there. Could have been a big play, though. Could have been a big play.
And here is an opportunity for one from Miles. Robson back to punt. Low snap. A little rugby, but it's a low liner. Miles picks it up at the 42, out to the 50, 45, 40. He's looking for blockers. He gets some down to the 35 with 16.4 to go.
Boy, with that style kick right there, I mean, hitting that thing on the run, I mean, he didn't get it up very much, so you kind of out-kicking your coverage, even though I'm sure that's what he was told to do, just kick it away from him.
21-yard return to the 36. And again, you saw Miller Brown take it on one hop. Yeah. There's Julian Miles taking it on the ground.
You never know that oblong spheroid, that thing bounces a whole lot of different ways. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So good
Football
job for him,
terms here, folks. Oblong spheroid.
I'll tell you what, I've been saying it for a long time. Can't even tell you who I heard it from first.
All right.
16 seconds.
Fullback to the right of Ethan Arnold. In motion to the right. Arnold rolls right, stops, wants to go downfield. He does, and he finds his man. And that is Max Madsen, number 5. He steps out.
Great
for
job.
First down at the 22-yard line.
Curl inside, curl outside, just reading it from inside out. He could have chose either one of them, but great job so he can step out of bounds, and still 11 seconds.
11 seconds. You think they have time for another play and maybe put 3 on the board?
I would definitely take a shot right here, or field goal, if nothing else, would be my thought. Just
saw a great one last week with Henry County kicking a 30-yard field goal to defeat Anderson County with 6 seconds left. Yeah. And here is Arnold. He looks, he fakes, pump. Now he goes down the sideline, has his man. Can he bring it down in bounds? No. Did he call him out of bounds or incomplete? The officials haven't raised their arms yet. It is a touchdown. It was Madsen.
Yeah, Madsen.
You could see that his feet, they were worried, and it looked like the one official, the sideline official.
So
wow.
He pumps the hitch, and they go the hitch and go, and the safety just does not get over the top. He hung it up there pretty far. I thought the safety was going to come over and kind of take his head off, but, he got there late, so he was able to put a little air under it and touchdown.
Aiden Orther for the extra point. It is up, and it is no good. So 1.7 to go, 14-6. We'll return with the kickoff. Stay with us on Glycod.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware at 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Aiden Orther to kick off. His extra point was no good, so it's 14-6 here. And get the score they did right before the half. They had a turnover, forced a turnover from Oldham. South had another turnover, forced it over on downs. Oldham County throwing on third down incomplete really did not help, as that is Corum. He takes it around the left side. Can he get a block? He gets brought down from behind by number 27. That's Jules. Davila. And now that is the end of the first half. 14-6 is the score, and we'll come back with first half analysis and our halftime programming. Stay with us on Glycod.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management. Find out how to recycle or dispose of any item with Waste Wizard at oldhamcountyky.gov.
Welcome back to Belfield at Chris Lander Stadium. Oldham County, the Colonels, up 14-6 over rivals South Oldham Dragons. And our ticker overlay tonight, scoreboard, is presented by Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions. Clarity for your financial future. Tonight, we also had those 3 scoring plays in the first half. We'll get to those in a minute. We're taking a little break here again, folks. We just wanted to come back, show you a little of this halftime entertainment. You see the dance team out there, and we're ready to have the homestanding Colonel's Marching Band join us as well. You stay with us, folks. We'll have our scoring recap of that first half when we return on Glycod.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit Operation Parent. Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future. Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
And welcome back to Belfield at Chrislander Stadium. Halftime here at Oldham County with the Colonels up 14-6 over cross-county rivals South Oldham. And here is your scoring summary presented by German American Bank, building our community together. This first half scoring summary goes like this. No score in the first half. Both teams had one possession. Well, Oldham County had the second possession as well, and they finished that second possession at 11:50 of the second quarter. Early, first play of the second quarter, it was quarterback Derek Dees to Brooks Keitlinger, over the middle, about a 23-yard touchdown pass from Dees to Keitlinger for the score. The extra point from Robson was good. 7-0 for the homestanding Colonels. Their next possession, it was Dees again, this time 23-yard pass over the middle to Rankin, and that was good for another touchdown. Robson kick made it 14-0, but teams traded turnovers. South Oldham late in the second quarter turned it over. Oldham County turned it right back. 2 interceptions back-to-back, and then a fumble from South Oldham. Oldham County couldn't finish off the quarter, and South Oldham got the ball back with about 33 seconds to go, and a terrific 22-yard touchdown strike from Ethan Arnold to Max Madsen for the score. The extra point was no good, 14-6, and that, folks, is your scoring summary of the first half, presented by German American Bank, building our community together. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with first half analysis with Marty Lowe. I'm Paul Najar. Stay with us on Glycod.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware at 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash. When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
And this wonderful Oldham County Colonels marching band. Just take a listen, folks. Oh, they were terrific there. Welcome back to the broadcast on Glycod alongside Marty Lowe. I'm Paul Najar. We are thrilled to have this big rival game for you. Packed house, standing room only, overflow crowd. Marty, couldn't ask for anything better Friday night football on Glycod.
It started going a little downhill for a little bit. They were up 2 touchdowns, but then, an errant pass by Derek Dees,
on
gave him 30
down.
seconds. Gave him 30 seconds to end up in punting it, set it up real good with the return, and next thing you know, you have a ball game. It's 14-6. Get your 2-point play ready to go and try to tie it up. And you get the ball coming out.
South Oldham does get the ball.
Well. Things are setting up well, but that's the momentum shift, and at any level, and when you're working with high school kids too, trying to reel them back in on the road.
And Marty, let's just talk about these halftime. Let's go in the visiting side. South Oldham, they had those 2 late turnovers. They had an interception, then they intercept Oldham County, and then they have a pass complete to their workhorse, Julian Miles, and he fumbles it. So 2 possessions, 2 turnovers, but they get it back. As you said, Miles with that great return to get it across midfield on the bounce, on a bouncing punt. So what is Coach Kane Sam saying to them at halftime?
I mean, I look at it, getting back what you were doing, with the dive play to the fullback, and then you work back to your option, with getting the ball outside with Allen and Miles, and we'll hit it up in there every once in a while, as they try to spread it out a little bit and run the ball. And then, you throw a pass here or there off of it, but, you don't get crazy with it. But I do think that last series or two, they did. Sometimes you stumble into some things that you find out that you can do that maybe you don't want to try too much unless the game pushes you to do it. But they found out they can throw the ball. I mean, with the extra emphasis from Oldham County of jamming the box, and, their eyes are down for the run game that they're going to get. So you're going to find some holes in there, and they did the last 2, which set up that touchdown.
That touchdown pass, let's talk about that. Just 11 seconds left, and Arnold took the snap. It was play action. He gave that hitch pump. It was a hitch and go. And he gave that shoulder pump, and that seemed to set free his wide receiver, Madsen, and hit a perfect strike down the right sideline for the score.
I mean, the pump handled the corner, which is good. That's what you want. But, you have a safety back there. They had a shell look, but the safety just got caught looking inside and, didn't play over the top like that. So it did allow him to put some more air under it that should have been, knocked away, batted away, or possibly picked off. And I know that's what their coaches are telling them. But, at the end of the day, it's 14-6. That's why you play the game.
All right. So now we have to go to our key points, as we only have about a minute and a half left, and a little over a minute and a half left in our halftime programming. Go back to our German American Bank 3 key points, or key points to the game for both sides. South Oldham getting the ball first. How do you see, do you just forget about those 2 turnovers in the second quarter? What do you just, hey, we got a fresh start? What's the plan?
Now you understand, we're in this game, and it's a rivalry game anyway. So, you got a second half to play, and they did a great job conditioning, pressuring, everything last week too against North Oldham. So I anticipate the same thing from South, that they're really going to get their engines moving and, pressing the ball down the field, trying to run it and hopefully get their offensive defensive line, to create some more pressure. They'll continue to pressure D's, away from the running back, and if he's not going to pick it up himself, by throwing hot, then that's going to continue to create problems and turnovers.
And how about for Oldham County? I mean, you had opportunities, but you turned it over in your next to last possession. In your last possession, you essentially you could have probably almost run out the clock, but you gave them a little time, and 2 negative possessions out of a first half full of positives.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't beat yourself. I mean, you got to balance it and continue to get back to that, and let your running back, let Corum run. Obviously, he took one 85 or
95,
whatever the distance was, and it got called back. So don't forget that. And sometimes that happens in coaching. You get a penalty and you think, okay, that's a negative, but continue to allow that to work for you and throw in some quick screens, and it'll continue to open up some things, but it doesn't mean that you have to abandon, either side of your game. But, call the game plan. You were up 2 touchdowns. You gave them one, to get them back in the game. So as long as you can keep things in perspective and get back to what you're doing and not, not getting the big head one way or the other.
Correct. And we've got a 14-6 game here. Great halftime show from the Oldham County dance team and their young cheerleaders, as they had the youngsters out there, and then they had the band. Terrific performance from the band. And here is Jack Robson to kick it off. Start of the second half, he kicks it 2 yards deep into the end zone, And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Dragons. Good leg from Robson.
Absolutely. Make him go 80. He's doing his job.
And we'll see how this South Oldham team, a gift that they did not take for granted. They finished off a drive with just 30-some-odd seconds left in the second quarter. They got one pass for a first down and then the touchdown play right after. And here's Arnold out of the pistol. He fakes the jet sweep and he goes up the middle for 5 yards.
And they're using those wide receivers as a little window dressing to continue to spread them out. And, with the zone read inside outside with the quarterback and Miles on the jet sweep look, definitely gives them some look inside right there.
So 2nd and 5 for the Dragons. They're without their big offensive and defensive tackle. 6'8", 375. Matt Wells out for today. But they are making some holes, and there's Arnold up the middle for the first down and more. 9-yard gain. Ball knocked out when he hit the ground. So an 8.5 gain. 1st and 10 from the 33.
Thank goodness the safety Miller Brown filled on the outside right there and pulled him down because he was getting ready to hit the sideline and be gone because the corner was being blocked pretty well by the receiver outside.
Ethan Arnold didn't throw much, didn't show much. Has a big arm though, Marty, and now you're seeing him getting more involved. Do you like what you're seeing?
Yeah, they're continuing to spread it out. I mean, they're just trying to not have to beat their head against the wall with playing everybody in the box.
And that one, Luke.
And you definitely got that sense that this is the game they're more comfortable with.
Yeah.
Hand it off. Let's spread them out. Let's pick what we decide and what we want to do, and not have to play behind the chains.
3 straight runs between the tackles, and now we may figure there's a something else coming.
Yeah, I mean, if right now, if Miles is out of the backfield, I mean, your key is Ethan Allen for the most part. I mean, you get the fullback now, so that's going to be their key. And and
there's Hatcher. He read the end well, did Arnold.
He read the end. Tough job by the full. You got the linebacker, blitzing on a run blitz and just overruns it. So
8-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Sometimes you die by the sword also trying to blitz, the fullback on the dive and end up paying for it.
It's 3rd down.
3rd and 1 for the Dragons. In the eye, Julian Miles. Hatcher up close. Hatcher gets it, can't go anywhere. Oh boy, the big blue line stops him at the line of scrimmage.
Great job shutting it down right there. You could see the offensive linemen, just their hats, just completely straight up in the air when that ball was snapped. So, thought they might try to change the snap count a little bit or try to draw them off. But, Oldham County definitely beat them off the ball.
A nice stop by the middle of that defense, led by Sam Miller, the play caller, the middle linebacker there.
Be surprised it wasn't quarterback keep, quarterback wedge from Ethan Allen, but he's going back in the gun.
Ethan Arnold,
he's
back in the gun. He has 3 wide left, and he pitches to Madsen left. Or no, that's Julian Miles. That's number 6, and he cuts it up inside 4 yards for the first down.
Great eyes on the cut, working outside, and Oldham County sets the edge, and he's able to stick his left foot in the ground and get back inside quickly. So heads up play.
Let's call it 3 yards on the game for the first down.
Saw him do so much of that second level on the linebackers last week against North Oldham. And just that
setting up that run.
Cut. Oh, my gosh. He sets up his second cut so well.
He does it in basketball, too. What a treat he is. The multi-sport athlete, Julian Miles. 1st and 10 at the 45. Fake Miles left. There's pressure. Arnold gets it away, and it's off the fingertips, or off the hand of Evan Hickerson.
You like the first down call, boot, get everybody in the box like that and pull it out. He got pressure off the edge, but, with your flat route, okay, and the over route coming a little bit deeper, he's got what he wanted. He just kind of overthrew it and sailed it with the pressure in his face.
I liked with that defensive call from Oldham County. Attack with that front four. Oldham County has their own number 30, Grant Turner, on that right end. Number 30 for South Oldham. The right defensive end is Jake Butler. Both of them creating havoc in the backfield. As Arnold, play action, over the middle he goes, finds his receiver, and that is Miles.
Finding a few little gems there
7
in that
8
offense.
yards.
Yeah, finding a few gems, spreading it out. You get the running game going, and then, just a little quick passing game. Nothing wrong with it. Get it out of your hands. If the front four are going to continue to push up field, and we spread the linebackers and find the window inside. So good choice. Great call.
That was play action to Julian Miles, and he continued on through the line. 7-yard gain, 3rd and 3. Heavy formation to the right side. The snap, the keeper. Arnold goes left, only for about a yard or just back to the line before he is stood up by the big defensive captain in the middle, Sam Miller.
Really thought they were going to bring Miles from the right side, jet sweep him and give it outside to the left right there to try to set that edge pretty quickly and get him outside and running. But Arnold, when he pulled it out of there, just couldn't get out to the edge.
Let's call it a loss of 1. It's 4th and 4. Dragons again.
See Grant Turner getting off the ball quickly, setting that edge for Oldham County.
Miles floating, wing back. He goes back near the line of scrimmage. They're going to call a timeout. So we'll take a timeout, our first of the second half. Stay with us. Big 4th down play coming up on Glycod.
Direct, not just blinds. Line Direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
And welcome back. It's a big 4th down play, 4th and 4. Opening drive of the second half. The South Oldham Dragons. Arnold fakes the dive. He takes it himself around the right edge, over the 40, inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. They needed 4, and he got 11.
Great operation on that dive option. Okay, all headsy call. 4th and 5, 4th and 4. Goodness gracious, pull it out and get his legs running.
Did you ever have to run that?
Oh, I think they let me do it maybe in Pee Wee, like that, before all the knee surgeries. Even before the knee surgeries, I was at best at 5'2", 40 tops. That was a good day right there. It's flying.
Marty Lowe, former quarterback at U of L, Arena Football League, Arena Football coach as well, with us here tonight. Out of the spread, quick out, and it's Madsen. Madsen straight ahead, bullies his way for a couple more, down to the 30 for 7 yards on first down.
Really see South Oldham taking care of the offense here with the calls. From the run to the quick little pass over the middle. Now the quick screen outside, with the RPO run and back inside as well. So
Marty, you said make him go
really
80.
Controlling.
Make him go 80. They've gone 50 so far and taken up half this quarter. For a 6-minute drive.
Yeah, it's tough at any level to go 80 and put a drive together.
Ethan Arnold, Hatcher up the gut. He falls ahead, 2.5, let's call it. So it'll be 3rd and about half a yard. Just short. Maybe the length of the football.
Keeping that fullback dive alive. It's just, it's the staple of the offense. So short yardage, whether they come back to it again.
Without big Matt Wells, who can block out the moon or the sun, whatever it is, it's out for the day or evening.
Sure.
He's, as Coach King Sam said in his pregame interview, man, whenever we needed a yard or 2 or 4, We go behind our big guy.
Yeah, and they can
without
do
him
it.
tonight.
And they can do whatever they want right here. They could dive it. They could option it. He could quarterback wedge it. I mean, it's 3rd and short, so.
Or he could play action and take a shot.
Sure, they got 2 downs to get it.
That's what the old gunslinger Lowe would do. Oh, they go wide, spread the field. Ethan Arnold sends Julian Miles in motion to the left slot. A fake hatcher, and he runs right behind him. Ethan Arnold streaking inside the 10, the 5, brought down just shy at the 1-yard line.
Continue to use.
That's a 27-yard gain to the 1.
Using the spread sets, using Miles as the motion across, all window dressing. Oldham County's eyes are going with it.
Hatcher, the fake on the dive and the inside.
Arnold coming right back up in on the inside, right side C gap too, and continuing to roll.
Boy, he saw that and hit it quick. Ethan Arnold, impressive.
And the best part too, second level, you get the wide receivers, stalk blocking on the corner, and corners dipping inside, but here comes Arnold back outside, which sets up that running game. So you got a whole offense working together right now.
1st and goal at the 1. They've gone 79. They need 1 more to go 80. The pitch outside, it goes. Does he get the pylon? Yes, he does. That is Evan Hickerson for the score.
Well, Hickerson extending his body also, to inside of that pylon and just right over the top of it. Touchdown. And so do they go for 2 now and tie it up or push it? Because last week they decided to go ahead and kick it. But
you're going for 2 here?
I'm going for 2. I'm setting it up now, and I'm definitely not going to get myself in trouble later. I can always score more points, which I have to anyway, but
I see what you mean.
So
4:15. That was a 7-minute, 45-second drive. Arnold in the pistol between his 2 backs. He fakes inside the shovel pass to Julian Miles, and it is good. Tied at 14 we are. Great play call. We'll discuss it when we return. Stay with us on Glycod.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
What a play on the 2-point conversion. We'll get to that in just a second. Aiden Orther to kick off for South Oldham, and he puts a foot into it, and that goes into the end zone, and that will be a touchback. But Marty Lowe, what a play on the 2-point call.
That's, as a coach, multiple levels, you just look at it, and then coach get a chance to kind of be a part of the game a little bit, and we just work the option and no, we're going to shovel it right back inside, and when it opens up like that, that's like Kansas City Chiefs red zone or, short yardage inside the goal line type stuff.
Throw it behind your back.
They're just having fun. Yeah, they're just having fun with it right there. But when it opens up and it's pretty like that, offensive play caller, man, I tell you what, I'm sure chills are going down his spine.
You got to see creative plays like that. What a great game we have here. 14-all, straight chop. And Dees, his pass over the middle, complete. But it's going to be a loss. We have a player down. It is a South Oldham defensive player. Timeout on the field. We'll come back, set you up with their 2nd and 11 play for Oldham County when we return on Glycod.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back. That's Jake Butler, the right defensive end. Got dinged in the knee, I believe, by his own player. Little helmet, direct contact. That's smart, Marty.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of checking out the knee, kind of making sure all the ligaments are still attached and running well. But I think he kind of got knifed as he kind of partially blitzed, and then when he tried to make the tackle, got rolled up. So it's good to see him stand up.
Get up, Jake. That'll way to go.
Yep.
He'll walk off with some assistance, but he has been a disruptive force all night for the South Oldham defense. We see the sideline here near us. See the coaches talking with one of their, from Oldham County, talking with Nate Vota, tight end, and defensive lineman, discussing some strategy on defense, but this Oldham County team now has the ball. 2nd and 11. Oh, pass out of the backfield. Were they looking for a double pass? That goes back 7 yards, 6 yards for a loss.
You get a scrape blitz on the outside right there to that right side. They're actually blitzing that, that swing screen. So if he can get outside of the guy, it's great. But, they were a little bit late on it. Safety rolled down to protect. So that running back didn't get outside when he caught it. So, great call versus that type of play.
It almost looked like an automatic, you see that man come in motion, you take off. So,
yeah, and they're rolling coverage down, to get an extra guy in the box and cover for any short passes as well.
They got to get to the 30. They're at the 14. 3rd and 16. D's. With Corum to his left. He gets the snap, straight drop. He fakes. He was rushed hard. Gets away on the run. And that one was knocked down by Blake Dickamore, or was that? Yeah, it was Dickamore, I believe.
So third,
got his hand on it.
3rd and long, getting D's moving right there. I mean, wasn't able to get his right foot down to get any pressure or any pressure on that throw to push it downfield like he wanted to. But that pressure that South Oldham is creating over the last 2 or 3 drives, causing some issues. Okay, man, not being able to make those throws, especially on the move.
Robson to punt, almost got to it on the bounce. It bounces away from Julian Miles, and it will be down at the 42-yard line. South Oldham 1st and 10 from its 42.
Definitely feeling a block punt coming, okay.
Boy, that was right there, wasn't it?
Well, both teams, as long as they're holding it, okay. Even Miles from South Oldham went early on, so, that could be a real game changer, okay, as this winds down. But smart of Miles to get away from it and just let it roll and not try to be the hero on that particular play.
Looked like Jack Lully or Jules Davila, who came on late on that punt return team.
So Oldham County, they're a little disjointed offensively. So we'll see how they regroup. Once they come back on, they've the pressure
what a rhythm
from South
they had.
has really kind of taken their mojo away for sure.
Till that interception. 1st and 10, right hash from the pistol. The fake to Hatcher, and that one knocked down as
that was the
Grant
play.
Turner.
That's the play they ran to Miles over. They threw it right over the ball. So a little spacing concept, just like basketball, just spreading the floor, and he just reads it from inside out. But, ball got knocked down, and definitely Oldham County playing tighter in the box now for the run, number one. So the short passing, gets a little bit iffy, man, with some of the windows being constricted.
It did there, indeed. Window closed. I believe that was Grant Turner on the rush who batted that ball down. So, 2nd and 10. Bunch left as Arnold directs traffic. He's got to pitch it right. He fumbles it back. Julian Miles falls on it, and so does Arnold. And that's a huge loss back to the 23. 19-yard loss, and it will be 3rd and a bunch.
He's got to look on that option, of course, but, the pitch back, trying to get in a 45-degree angle relationship with him, especially coming into the boundary. That's a tough assignment, coming from the left side, okay, trying to work in behind him. So tough call into the boundary when you're trying to do that with the fake and then the back coming back around, but he's got to get his eyes out in front of that quarterback to give him a chance. especially with pressure in his face immediately.
Tough one there. Third and nearly 30 yards, 30-29. They got to get to the OC 48 for a first down, and they're going to call a timeout.
Call a timeout and readjust their third down in the parking lot call, so see what they can come up with. There's not a whole lot in the playbook for this one.
And can we take a break? Let's take one, and we'll return with this long third down play. Stay with us on Glycod.
Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Bell Field at Chrislander Stadium. South Oldham facing a third and a bunch. How about 29? They got to get across midfield for the first. Alongside Marty Lowe, I'm Paul Najar, and Arnold under center. He fakes the handoff. Do they go deep? No. Pass rush, flushes him right. He looks for Madsen, and the pass is incomplete. Fourth down for the punt. And Arnold goes down hard on the sideline. On the near sideline, he's cramping up. And he has a teammate. The officials don't see it. They're going to have to stop the clock. Officials are they got to stop the clock here, and they will for the cramp injury. As South Oldham have to come over and get Ethan Arnold.
You run out there with a quarterback like that and having to plant your right foot and put that much pressure on it to try to get the ball downfield to make that throw, and you do that enough. I mean, these guys are running around playing hard.
And it was 90 today. And yeah. You know, you talk about tomorrow being the 21st of September when we hit the fall equinox and that sun hits. You know, you always have that week or two in September when that sun hits at that one angle, and it just is hot.
But on September 21st, when it's Marty Lowe's birthday.
Happy birthday, big guy. And many years to come, mister.
I'll throw a shot out to myself right now.
Hey.
I'm 30.
We won't say how old you are.
32 years old.
You've got many to go, pal.
I've had almost as many surgeries as I've had years on this earth, but that's okay.
My knee's feeling the same way, brother. I got to tell you, I need one badly. Yeah. But as he is still being tended to on the opposite sideline, we're going to have to take – nope, he's getting up. He'll walk across the 53 yards, correct? 53 yards across the field?
53 yards, yeah, and he's got to get some electrolytes.
He needs plenty.
Yeah.
And it was it's one of those things where you have to talk about it all the time when the Heat, this first 4 or 5 games this season. And you talk about Oldham County 4-0. Haven't seen but maybe one kid come to the sideline with a cramp. And this is second one for South Oldham. Cramping up, so he'll get back to action as Julian Miles back to punt.
And you think Miller Brown, if he catches this thing on the run and hits this right sideline, you can see this forming right here from this position.
Miles
can get it quick enough.
From his 23, that's a 27, and it out at the 40, so 37-yard punt at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for Oldham County.
That quick math you do.
I try, brother.
Punt. My U of L education, I have master's degrees. I still couldn't do it.
I try.
I even teach math, for goodness sakes.
I love it.
Do it that quick.
It's just one of those things where you learn when your favorite team, mine was the Pittsburgh, where I grew up there, was the Steelers, and you have a punter as bad as Bobby Walden was back in the 70s, man, a 35-yarder was cause to celebrate. And a kicker like Roy Girella, you couldn't even watch. So we've got Oldham County out of the pistol. Dees looking, moves right, and over the middle. Pass broke up by Dees, a little high for Keitlinger.
Very high, disjointed, but you would definitely think that after the way these drives have gone, that they would go back to the ground game and trust Coram maybe a quick screen back out to, Miller Brown.
Or
definitely
Keitlinger.
give Corum another chance, on those zone plays and just let him go to work.
It's been
allow Dees to get his head back into it, maybe see things, with the pressure that South Oldham is creating. So, you would think that would be the remedy.
Their last 2 drives of the first half and this first one, now second one of the third quarter, not very productive for the Big Blue of Oldham County. And there's Corum. He bulls ahead for about 3. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And that's the meat of their, their defense is that defensive line, those 3 interior guys and that 3-4, and trying to run down into the teeth of that with a nose guard. I would hope they try to bounce that, out to C gap a little bit and let him try to hit the edge.
The nose guard, Corbin J.
Definitely
Matt
use
Penaritos. Penaritos. And now it's 3rd and 7. Corum to the right. As he sends Miller Brown in motion. Does Dees. Dees looks for the quick hitch and, hand on it. On the breakup, Caleb Jones.
So, quarterback one-step drop, trying to throw a 6-yard, 5-6-yard hitch right here, okay, and try to pick up yardage where he spins and gets the first down. But, you get the ball out of your hand late. You're shuffling with the ball snapping. So, definitely timing issues right now. But I give credit to South Oldham's front 3. The linebackers that they're bringing, that's definitely causing timing issues in their passing game.
So, remind everyone, if you're interested in a corporate partnership with Glycod on our high school athletics platform or have a programming idea, drop us a note at info@glycod.com. And that punt gets a friendly roll, about 7 yards. That landed at the 30 and downed at the 22, so at 28. How about a 36-yard punt?
Let's see if they can go 79. Instead of 80, go 79 this time, okay? But that balanced attack they're showing at this point, and I say balanced in the running game with, multiple guys touching the ball. You're inside, you're outside. You got your quarterback runs outside and then faking outside, hitting back inside.
And making that window dressing work.
It is, and it's tough to cover down. It really is as a defense, too, and making sure you're gap controlling it.
14 apiece. Out of the pistol, there was motion.
So you have Adrian Miles, the backup quarterback, in the game right now too, while the electric lights, and hopefully Ethan Allen is getting himself back, which I see him walking on the sideline by the coach right now, I think.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Adrian Miles, the sophomore, 6'1", 170.
Did y'all used to have to take salt tablets back in the day?
Way back.
Yeah.
I was in the 70s and 80s, early 80s, and
I just recall that with my brother, but
hey,
never.
We used to drink that Gatorade powder straight. And he hands it off to Hatcher. Hatcher on 1st and 15. It's about 3, so it'll be 2nd and 12.
That defensive tackle's holding steady on that fullback now. He was able to at least fall down and not fall down into the gap.
Arnold going to check back in here.
There you go. Hopefully
give him a little extra break.
Out. Sure.
And he'll come back to the line of scrimmage, into the huddle with his team, and break out in the pistol. Empty backfield, end of the third quarter. And we will take our break here and return. Fourth quarter action straight ahead. It's tied at 14. Stay with us. This exciting Oldham County South Oldham game. 12 minutes to play. Stay with us on Glycod.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Belfield at Oldham County High School, a thriller here, 14 apiece. Friday night football on Glycod. Next week's action, we'll take a look at 7 o'clock, Columbus East versus Floyd Central, Silver Creek at Jeffersonville. Then 7:30, Mail at PRP, Anderson County at South Oldham, I'll be at that one, and Ballard versus Tates Creek. Friday night football on Glycod is this 3rd and long, and there's nothing doing, or 2nd and 12, I'm sorry, nothing doing there. As Arnold tackled in the backfield, loss of 3, it's 3rd and 15.
Well, definitely the pitch or the path of the running back, when he faked that to him, if he stays down inside, he might get inside of that right there, but he's really stringing it out after that fake, and it's allowing them to set that edge or whatever, where he can't even get it to the pitch
is
back.
he just holding on to it too long, seeing something that's not there?
So you're looking at him to ride that. So is he riding it if he's going to keep it? So you want him to keep it on a 45-degree angle, but he's kind of looping outside so the edge gets set, and he never is able to get back inside of it.
So 3rd and 15. Roll left. Oh, and that is Miles. And there was a hold. That interception's going to be called back. There was a hold on the, I think that was on Miller Brown.
It was. He pulled Hickerson down.
Yeah. He grabbed him and spun him right before the ball came down.
I thought they were both going to go up and high point it, but he grabs the arm at the last second. I don't even think he had to get himself in position. But
it was picked off by Collier, Logan Collier. It would have been probably a Collier-Hickerson collision for it. But that, let's see if it gives him a...
So even Adrian Miles comes in, rolls a little to his left.
Yeah.
Works the wheel route, coming through a post and a wheel concept, throws it up, let his guy go make a play. So we, not a first down, but still moves it within contention. At least they're not behind the chains as they were.
Not an automatic first down there. It's 3rd and 2 now. Adrian Miles. And he is going to take that snap. He rides it, and he comes up right the middle, and he sets that 3 yards on 3rd and 2 for the first down.
How about the backup coming in, and getting a big first down? Your starter goes out, it's got cramps, dealing with leg issues, so coming in and making a big play and get a first down for your offense.
And that, trying to get over cramps on a night like this, it is tough. It is really tough because they're going to come back. Adrian Miles has his brother Julian dotting the I. Hatcher up close at fullback. He takes a snap. Hatcher up the gut. And he bowls ahead for 3 yards, let's call it. He gets it from the 33. Oh, wow, they give him progress to the 38, 2nd and 5.
He pushed for a few more like that, too. Just the massive bodies.
You love seeing that from your fullback.
I'll tell you.
When you got Josiah Wolfenbarger in the middle of that line, that's a big boy, that junior. 280 pounds.
Those big guys got to take over, okay, especially with your backup quarterback coming in and making sure that he's able to have a smooth transition as well.
2nd and 5. Miles pitches to his brother. Oh, no, that went outside to Evan Hickerson.
Yeah.
And he's close to the first down, probably just shy, maybe a yard short.
They've spelled both of them, and they've kind of kept Miles, out, split him out a little bit to keep the heat off of the backfield, I think, with their keys. So smart by South Oldham, but, trying to get him loose on a tall sweep.
3-yard gain, 3rd and 2. The band getting the crowd fired up. Across the way, the South Oldham fans, the blackout crowd over on the other side, the visiting side. They were loud all in that second quarter, and there is the burst. Julian Miles across the 50, gets over the 40 to down at the 38.
Yeah, put him in there at the top of the eye. That hard right foot in the ground, hard cut, getting back inside, which got him 6 or 7 more. Great second level cut.
And that
So 9 guys in the box for Oldham County, on that one, and they even linebacker kind of run blitzed it and ran himself out of the gap.
21-yard gain for Julian Miles. 1st and 10 at the OC 38. The Dragons come to the line. They have possessed the ball for a majority of this second half of 15 minutes of play. Adrian Miles, quick out to his brother Julian. Is that a pitch? Is that a pass? And it is Julian Miles up the middle. Sheds a blocker to the 10, the 5, score. South Oldham.
Wow. Excellent job. Had the wheel route right there where he even came off of it. Adrian Miles came out and said, I'm just going to pitch it out to my brother. I trust him. And he ends up taking what should have been a loss into a quick cutback, and then nothing but
most
6.
2 or 3 yards he gets bumped, and he just sheds that like, hey, I'm steel.
Turns it into a smooth layup. I mean, that's a great
man.
run.
That was a fast break for Julian Miles through the middle of that defense, and it's 20-14. Aiden Norther on for the PAT. He missed one in the first. There's a flag on the play, and it's against the offense.
The crowd.
Illegal substitution.
Yeah.
Boy, they've had trouble with this kick. Their punt, they've been bringing guys late on the punt team, and now the extra point try will go back 5.
Substitution chart coach over there that's shuttling guys that are backups. I'm sure he's getting a tongue lashing over there.
So now it's a 25-yarder for Orther.
So we get some lift on this kick.
Wolfenbarger's a big body in the middle, but they do get that ball over the defense, and it is no good again. So the score, South Oldham 20, Oldham County 14. We'll come back. More fourth quarter action when we return on Glycod.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Aiden Norther back to kick off here. He's missed 2 tonight, but 20-14. His South Oldham Dragons lead the Colonels by 6. Orther puts a strong foot into it. Nice end over end with some height, and it kicks at the 5, hits at the 5. They pick it up at the 7 with that backspin, and here comes the kick coverage team. Gets the runner back inside the 15. Now there's a flag.
Late hit. Maybe.
That was Rankin. I thought that was a late block. I'm not sure who, as Rankin picked it up at the 7 that had some backspin on it, sort of like your flop shots, right? Or your sand shots.
Sometimes that works out. That it pauses the return team coming down, and you end up hitting a gap or hitting a seam and taking off. But that one right there, waited a little bit too long. He almost like he expected the other guy to come get it. I don't know. But
I got it. You take it. It falls between us. So at the 14, a 7-yard return, but then that is negated and pushed back by a personal foul on the Colonels. 1st and 10 from the 7. What does Oldham County have to do to get back in rhythm, Marty, offensively?
We talked about that first drive they had where, you're using Corum and you're using Brown. I mean, just use them, as window dressing, but it's almost as that's exactly what they're doing because they started out with a wing and 2 receivers, with the running back in the backfield to start the game. So, I would go back to that first drive, of what was working, okay, and then the balance of that. See if we can't get this thing back on track.
There's Derek Dees, and there's Miller Brown. And Miller Brown gets that rolling handoff. And he gets about 4, maybe 3.5, so it'll be second and about 7.
And they've got to be as patient as South Oldham is with their fullback dive as well. So if they're going to take that and they can be patient, 4 or 5 and not get too mesmerized about having to throw the ball, then, you know, we can throw a quick screen out to Brown or something of that nature, but, you know, stick with the plan.
2nd and a long 6, let's call it. Dees, quick pitch, Corum, left edge. He's got a blocker or two, but he is brought down quickly as he approached the 15. So it'll be 3rd. About long 3.
Good pursuit getting outside. Outside linebacker gets out. Safety fills, you know, outside as well. So could have turned into a bigger play, but, you know, good pursuit angles there by South Oldham.
Those linebackers.
Yeah,
Greenwell.
Yeah, definitely Greenwell
he
outside.
made that play. So 3rd down, big play as D's drop. Flag on the play, and it's against the offense. False start. Boy, they have had very little success since the end of the 2nd quarter.
Yeah.
Offensively, so 3rd and 3 turns into 3rd and 8.
See if he can set his feet, okay, and get his eyes where they belong before this pressure sustains any chaos for him.
Derek Dees out of the pistol. Sends Brown in motion. Here comes the other side. Keitlinger on the slant. Keitlinger gets across midfield, and he gets out to the 35.
Well, I tell you what, that's
34.
one way to get yourself back, but that's like a home run hitter striking out and getting himself out of a slump, but Dees just got blasted by the left outside linebacker. They brought him away from the running back. He's not blocked. He gets the ball out of his hand this time, and he's off and running.
And there you go. Keitlinger, big target and productive tonight.
Great job. The coach is giving him a slant instead of something deeper down the field where he has to hold it.
He had the window open. Keitlinger delivered. 1st and 10 from the 33. Up the middle they go. Corum out to the 38. A 5-yard gain.
You see Dees holding his ribs a little bit on the left because he took a shot, you know, but that's what you need from the signal caller.
That shirt color is going to bleed through to the skin tomorrow. It's going to be blue there.
Yeah, so like I said, Greenwell showed up again. He was out there on the
came
tackle
in with a
ago, and
vengeance,
then he had to
too.
come back on the hard blitz and made him pay for a little bit, but, you know, Dees stood in there.
Dees. Hands off inside to Corum. Corum, he pushes ahead now to the right side. Bounces it out. He's got a blocker ahead of him. Corum across the 40 to 30, down to the 25. Knocked out of bounds. At the 24. And a big play. Let's call it a 36-yard gain, 37-yard gain down to the 24.
That downhill run, you know, he bounces a little bit. Massive body's working and just continue to work his legs and his eyes, you know, and spitting himself out of there like that.
I think the officials are conferring about a potential hit.
Late hit into the kicking net, but, you know.
Oh, the official got hurt. That's what it is.
Is that what it is? Okay.
I thought it was too, but the momentum, it was along just short of the sideline, but the side official here, the side judge, gonna walk it off. He got tangled up in that tackle. Both teams go to the sideline.
Yeah, trying himself get out of the way like that with the momentum of that coming out of bounds, that's tough. Dangerous sometimes for those guys.
It'll be 1st down and 10, Colonels.
Long drive once again for
Here we go. They
Oldham
started
County.
at their 6.5.
Yes, they did.
And Oldham County converted a couple of big 3rd down plays. And here's D, straight drop. He goes down the right sideline as his man, but cannot connect with Corum.
Your patented running back in the backfield, running your wheel route, and then him having enough time to wait on it to get outside the numbers. Man, even set his feet, but overthrew it.
Boy, he saw wide open.
Really did.
Man.
You know, you had a post coming back across the middle of the field, the corner and the safety both took it, and he was standing there wide open.
Licking his chops for that score. Dees wants that one back. 2nd and 10. Corum up the middle. He goes. He gets 3. He gets 4. He gets ganged up and pulled down. 3.5, let's call it. to 21, 20 and a half. So 3rd and 6, long 6 for the Colonels.
Getting inside that 5.5-minute mark. Controlling the ball right there with the run.
They got 2 plays to get this first down for sure.
Good mix. You kind of like what they got back to. It's easy for us to sit up here and say, what works and what doesn't. But great job getting the mix back, and obviously D standing in there on that throw right there.
That was huge on that 3rd and long
right there. That is that's a drive catapulter right there.
That's one that you'll remember, right? D's on this 3rd and 6.5. He rolls left. He's got room. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got the first, slides past the first down marker. He needed 6. He got about 9. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 11.
That's definitely getting better after that hit that he took, and then the 2 or 3 drives before getting pressured. He did not wait, didn't hesitate. He knew he had pressure, took off and made up his mind. But you can tell he's a quarterback first because he was looking.
He did.
But he didn't have anybody over the top of him, so tucking it down, sliding to keep himself protected,
And
good decision.
He saw it. He did it. He won't feel that hit till about an hour after the game, especially if they win. D's up the middle. Corden. Jaden bounces, tries to bounce off to the left side. Gets 3 when it looked like he was going to get nothing.
That is an excellent drive and slide. He presses down and then just sliding outside of those defenders, laying on the ground or scrape him across, to try to get at least 1 or 2. Good vision by that young man.
Let's call it 2nd and 8. They got to get to about the 1 for the first down. 9 yards away from a touchdown. D's 2 wide right. There's the motion man now. He fakes the inside dive. He's got his man across the middle. It's Keitlinger for his 2nd score of the night.
So I was anticipating a bootleg that he was going to pull it out of there, and then you had full flood back to the right also with the motion. 81 coming back across, or that's his 2nd touchdown for the night, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. That's a big target coming across there.
Keitlinger.
Yes.
9 yards for the score from D's.
You got Zach Young, their wide receiver coach down there, celebrating with those kids. So that's good to see.
Robson.
Good to see.
Flag on the play. Kick is good. But let's see what the call is. Dead ball, offside defense, encroachment. Does he want to go for 2 or no? No, he doesn't want to go for 2. What's the call? Oh, they have to re-kick. No, they don't. Okay, so they move it closer or not. They don't move it closer, yeah. They just follow through with the play. And there is Keitlinger. There is Robson on the extra point. 21-20 now. 3:43 to go. The exciting climax of this game. Stay with us, folks, on Glycod.
Lines direct, not just blinds. Lines direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back, Belfield, Chris Landers Stadium. Alongside Marty Lowe, I'm Paul Najar. Robson puts his foot into it, and he gets it down. Picked up at the 4-yard line. And there is Julian Miles setting up his block, spins out of 1 tackle, can't spin out of 2, out to the 28-yard line, 1st and 10.
Davila drive blocking one of their return guys about 20 yards downfield, so you like to see that kind of effort, from your guys, especially this late in the game.
And there is an injured Colonel on the field from the return. So we'll take a break. Stay with us, folks. More to come. 4th quarter, game in the balance. You don't want to miss this. Stay with us on Glycod.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
It's 21-20. An extra point only separates these two teams. Alongside Marty Lowe, I'm Paul Najar. We're thrilled to have you here. Friday night football on Glycod. Injured players still down for OC. Colton Northup, he gets up. He's walking off the field. A little slow, but it looks to be okay. So 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line.
So you got Ethan Arnold back in the game and seeing if he can.
Ethan Arnold.
Yeah, Ethan Arnold coming back in, yes.
Under center. In the eye is the pitch. And that.
Hickerson.
Yeah, Hickerson, and he gets. Evan Hickerson gets about 6.
Good quick pitch, too. So, just learning from that edge right there where Oldham County's pushing up off that right side with their defensive end and defensive tackle. So good job by Ethan of pitching it quick and letting his running back try to get downhill with it.
Boy, we have been blessed with some great games on Glycod this year. Last week came down to the last second when I was at Anderson County with Henry County kicked a field goal with 1.1 to go. There's a quick one. Ethan Arnold, they get the first down and more. Out across the 45 to the 47.
Getting inside of 3 minutes right there, quick hitter. Shoot a quick hitter even with, the safeties are inside of 7 yards too, to make sure they're covering for run. But able to pull it out of there, okay, and get a quick one, with the safeties sliding over, okay, to cover for the run.
Now out near midfield. A little breathing room. 2.5 minutes to play.
Yeah, have to be careful of the clock a little bit, but they're definitely sitting in a good spot right here, South Oldham.
Hatcher, the lone back, just to the left of Ethan Arnold. He stops, spins left, looks, finds his man on the near sideline. He gets out of a tackle, across the 40, across the 35, down to the 30, and that is Anthony Dixon. First time we called his name tonight on offense.
Coming off of cramps, having him roll out. He's over there trying to loosen it up and stretch out too, just to make sure the cramps don't come back. But a little short roll, set his feet, hit a little out route right here, okay, to the wide receiver, So he's showing he can pitch it around the yard also.
Now he's got to jog about 35, 40 yards back to the huddle. Minute 50 to play.
Coach,
in this contest.
Send a carrier pigeon or something. Give me some help. I'm trying to stay in the game here.
1st and 10 from the 30 of Oldham County, this rivalry game. Fans in full voice. Fake the inside. There is the cross over the middle. And that is Julian Miles in traffic, 7+ yards.
Oh, you love the run-pass option there, where they can't cover both. So, faking that run off the left side and just letting the wide receiver slide in, okay, behind the linebacker flow right there, just making it such an easy throw for Ethan.
And that is 7 yards on first down. On this timeout, we'll stay right here. And you wanted a score. Is it 21-9? Male over Trinity with how much time left? I can't see it. I'm sorry. Third quarter, 2:03 remaining.
That game's at Trinity, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, interesting.
So.
Got a little Jordan Williams, a quarterback for Male, and, seems to be handling things for those guys over on the east end.
Williams, as well as the corner who's playing both ways.
Ricks,
for Male.
Wardlow.
No.
Yeah,
I'll get his name.
Yeah.
But right here, we have 2nd and 3. It's Arnold. A quick out, flag on the play. The motion stops that play. False start.
Boy, you love the misdirection stuff, though. You know, faking the tall sweep and going to be a pretty easy throw over here to the left side. So unfortunate that you got the penalty, but
that's Anthony Dixon they were
like
working with there. He would have been one-on-one with the corner.
They're forcing Oldham County's defense to show their hand, you know, of how they're going to play this. But leaving those corners on islands, okay, and you have the left corner over here, which missed the tackle on the last throw. So, you know, putting those guys in one-on-ones.
This time it's Ryan Davis in at corner instead of Snyder. So 2nd and 8. And there is a timeout by the Dragons. We will take this break. We'll return with this big 2nd down play. 1:27 to go, 1-point game. Stay with us on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 production.
That was a quick timeout. Welcome back. Here it is, 2nd and 8. The ball is tipped, but they get it to Anthony Dixon. Tackled in bounds down to the 23, so it'll be a 3rd and 3. He gets the 5 back.
Yeah, they're really trying to get Davis, okay, in one-on-one. Okay, on this right now, you know, it seems pretty safe, you know, the throw. You know, obviously a 3rd and medium right here, too, so big call coming up right here.
And
still got 2 downs.
Now Oldham County calls the timeout. Are they trying to save clock? That's the question.
So, yeah, you would think so. I mean, they're already in field. Well, can't really say with the 2 mixed extra points and everything. So, you know, they need everything they can get. And, you know, if I'm South Oldham, you know, obviously I'm not holding for a field goal, and I'm sure they're not counting on that.
Last week, a back-and-forth game at Anderson County. 41-34, they were down, 5:20 to go. They take a long drive. They score with 1:20. They call a timeout, go for 2. They take the lead in 42-41. Minute 20 to go. They kick off, squib kick. Henry County gets it out to 36. They work their way down to the 13, kick a field goal with 6 seconds left for a 30-yarder for the win. Thrills all over the Glycod format in these games on Friday night. Arnold looks, finds his man inside. That's a 1st down.
Kill the clock.
And that's Julian Miles. He knows how to sit in that zone.
Okay, they did call it. Okay.
The Colonels did call the timeout.
They're trying to save all they can. They know they're in balls in the middle of the field, less than a minute to go.
And there is the replay. Just watch him from the inside position. He just sits down in the middle of that short zone, gets the 1st down.
Yeah, and
that's
your RPO stuff. The safeties are deep enough, so you know if that outside linebacker is going to play run or he's going to work, you know, with the ball fake. I mean, it just makes such an easy throw right there, and they've used it now probably 3, 4, 5 times in a row, and then the one-on-one, okay, a couple times over here on the left side too. So you know, good play call, especially handling the 2-minute drill without panicking.
You saw the north-south rival. Now you see that was the last time out for Oldham County. I believe 1 left for South Oldham. They took one early in the 2nd half. And there's the snap. Arnold looking and can't get back to the line of scrimmage. He loses 1. He pops up though. 47, 45. Yep, 3/4 of a minute left.
Stop it. So I mean, they got another down to try to get as many as
you don't need to clock it.
Nope.
They do.
Okay.
They only have 1 timeout. They called one on that long 3rd down play.
Okay.
Early. in the third quarter. So I believe there's only one left. 3rd and 11. Big play. Field position is good. They're at the 16. It will be a 33-yard field goal. They had trouble tonight. Man in motion. Hickerson. Roll left. And there is a motion call. Wow. I know that back judge, Myung Kim. I used to teach with him at Fort Knox a long time ago.
They were going back to the same call they used on their 2-minute drill, where they hit him on the sideline. He stepped out of bounds.
Yep.
So trying to get back to it.
Now, Marty, were you thinking they were trying to get half of that 11 or a little more than half and go for it on 4th down?
Maybe he gets the first down, but, you step out and then you got to make a decision.
Because now you got a 38-yarder if you got to kick the field goal.
Sure.
So South Oldham looking for something positive.
I mean, you're trying to get it as close as you possibly can. I mean, obviously the first down, you're not going to do anything on 4th down, but
got to get
the kick it. You're down 1. You're not tied.
Inside the 5 for a first. 3rd and 16. There's the snap. Roll right goes Arnold. Arnold looking. He finds his short man, and that gets down inside the 10.
Which leaves you a 27-yarder.
That was Hickerson.
Yep.
Evan Hickerson.
No, it's quarterback's eyes. Ethan's eyes go deep. And everybody takes off, and Hickerson's just sitting there. Underneath waiting on him. So good job. Splitting the distance right there and helping this field goal kicker out. With inside of 30 seconds.
Aiden Norther 0 for 2 on extra points.
No timeouts for Oldham County. Also, if they get the ball back and they're down.
Right. It's 27 yards. Arthur, a chance to win it. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is. It is good. It snuck through the right side. And the clock is still moving. Hold up.
They'll reset it. They'll reset it. But you missed 2 extra points, and then, you got just enough height on the ball, and you don't pull it left, thankfully.
23. 22 or 23 seconds they're looking.
What a gutsy drive, though. South Oldham, I'm tell you what, really digging deep, deep into the playbook of what you really aren't comfortable doing. Short passing game, runs, here and there to kind of grind it out.
Wow.
And then making a great that 3rd down play right there was definitely the difference to give him just enough to squeak that field goal in. I think it went right over the top of the helmet.
I think it might have been deflected.
Yeah,
because it took a weird it took a weird rotation.
Yeah.
Almost knuckling, but this one we're staying right here. Corum is back. And the boot is high and short and out of bounds. So they'll go back to the 35. Or, they'll have to kick from the 35.
They'll set it.
Or they'll set it at the 35. Yeah.
It'll be illegal procedure called against the kick team. Oldham County will take it.
22 seconds remain.
You need about 35 yards here, man. So you need a big play on this first down. Obviously don't have any timeouts, but even to run up, it'll stop on the reset for the first down.
The coach has a decision where he wants it. It's on that left hash. No, the ball went out over there, so on the left hash it goes.
So you got to think, where's my guy Brown, and where is the middle of the field right now that he can get it to if we can't work the
Miller
sidelines.
Brown in the right slot, in motion to the left. Snap, and there is a left tackle moved early.
So it looked like they're going to try to four vertical or 4 go routes, working off of this, even though you got a switch concept up top where Brown was going to work a wheel route. Now, whether he throws it underneath and he steps out of bounds or the corner stays down, but I would surely think South would defend at least with 4 across, 12 to 14 deep.
Well, they're now 15 deep with 2 across.
Yep.
22 seconds. Now 1st and 15 from the 30.
Yeah, corner sitting at 10, so they're going to bail.
And looking straight down the field is Dees, gets him across the middle. And down across the 40 to the 39
the clock will
is
stop.
Rankin.
They work the middle. That's what you're working, okay, with those two safeties there. So good choice. You know, they can clock it.
Clock
okay,
stops.
We don't have to get crazy.
10-9 clocked. And the clock is still moving. For some reason, they wound it up because it was downed. It was ruled a fumble, and they're going to have to clock it, but no time left. Unbelievable finish as South Oldham wins it 23-21. Oh, the pain of that last play.
So trying to clock it, he rolled it on the ground. Obviously had a fumbled exchange, you know, the running back heads up, try to take a knee, but as you said, that's a running play. It rolls and you're done. So tough way to lose it, especially with such a huge play over the middle on the first throw.
Oh, Rankin gets it down inside the 40, had one chance to get where they wanted to go or to get closer for a field goal as this great rivalry ends 23-21 in favor of the visiting South Oldham Dragons. What a game. What a finish we had here tonight.
I was happy to be involved with it, but, that's the way sometimes the ends of the game like that. And you see Derek Dees standing on the 22-yard line just trying to process what just happened, after such a big play to set up.
And the thing is,
field goal.
He's standing there after he went first as the team leader through that line. Gosh,
yes,
great sportsmanship. These two teams,
absolutely.
These fine young men and these coaches, these staffs, their heart and soul into these programs. First loss of the season for Oldham County, and South Oldham improves to 4-1. What a game. We're going to recap this. Stay with us, folks. There will be plenty more in our post game, including our most outstanding players, a recap of the scoring, and more. Stay with us on Glycod.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management. Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware at 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Wow, wow, wow. It was, we'll change that score to get it right, 23-21, South Oldham over Oldham County. 2 weeks in a row, lucky enough to call a game decided by a field goal in the last seconds. And Marty Lowe, what a performance from both teams tonight.
Absolutely. From coaching staff to players to, great atmosphere as well. So, glad to be a part of it and then watch these guys lay it out there. And you got Ethan come back, the quarterback coming back from cramps. And, you had Adrian Miles come out there, as the backup quarterback and making plays too. So, and then you had Derek Dees making the throw, getting hit in the ribs, the drive before, and even that last throw over the middle. And for it to come down to a bullet kick, to go ahead.
It looked like it was tipped or whatever.
Bullet kick and then a miss, a botched,
and Abe
play.
Norther's got a great leg. He was
does.
booming kickoffs. It just seemed to they have that Oldham County kick coverage team. When the blocking, they're huge.
Yes.
They've got some big boys, and they bring it. They've blocked a lot of kicks last year, so it wasn't easy. But Arthur snuck it through for the game winner. Down 14-0. South Oldham scored late in the first half to make it 14-6. We'll have our scoring recap later. We have our scoring. We have our scoreboard presented by Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions. Clarity for your financial future. Tonight's high school football scoreboard brought to you again by Robin Lawrence of Financial Solutions. Marty, we've got to recap this. We're going to take a break, collect our thoughts, recap this incredible second half, and more, and discuss who's going to be our most outstanding players of the game, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. So we'll take our break, our second break, and come back with more of our post-game programming right here on Glycol.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Glycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycon.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
When you
need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Bell Field at Chris Lander Stadium. The South Oldham Dragons victorious 23-21 over the host Oldham County Colonels. And now for a look at tonight's final numbers presented by German American Bank, building our community together. Let's look at the scoring from tonight's game. First quarter, early on, Oldham County took a 7-0 lead in, early in the second quarter. First play of the second quarter, it was Dees to Keitlinger for the touchdown. It was about 23, I believe, yards on that one at 11:50 of the second quarter. They go up 7-0 as Robson puts the kick through. At 6:53 of the second quarter, it was another D's pass, this time to Tim Rankin for the touchdown. Robson kick made it 14-0. But late in that second quarter, South Oldham comes back. They had about 32 seconds, and they go, I think they had 37 or so yards to go. They get down inside the 25, and they hit a 22-yard touchdown pass from Ethan Arnold to Max Madsen down the right sideline on a nice hitch and go. Extra point was no good, 14-6. South Oldham then came in back into the second half. About a 7-minute drive went right down the 8-minute drive went right down the field methodically, 80 yards for the touchdown, and the 2-point play on a beautiful, well-designed, what do we call that, Marty? A shuffle pass. That's a shovel pass to Julian Miles to make it 14-all. South Oldham scored again. This time it was Adrian Miles, quarterback, Julian Miles' younger brother. He flipped it out to Julian at about the 35 or 40-yard line. The line of scrimmage was at 35. It could have been a lateral. Weren't sure. If it was a pass, it was right down the line. Flipped it into the backfield. Julian Miles looked to be trapped for a 2 or 3 yard gain. Turned it into a 35-yard touchdown to give the extra point was no good again, and it gave South Oldham the 20-14 lead. But with 3:43 to go, Derek Deeds finds Keitlinger over the middle for his second touchdown of the night. 9-yard touchdown pass. Robson gets the kick, gives OC the 21-20 lead. But then the final drive, it took about 3 minutes to get down the field, just over 3 minutes. South Oldham had a 1st and 10 at the 11, or at the 16. They get down to the 11. At 4th and 5, and Arthur somehow, some way, that ball got through the right upright, inside the right upright from 28 yards with just 22 seconds to go. And Oldham County's attempt to come back was thwarted when they tried to clock the ball, but the snap was fumbled and they had to down it. And that was your scoring, brought to you by German American Bank. And we want to thank them for that scoreboard sponsorship. German American Bank, building our community together. Marty, anything surprise you from this game? The quality, the atmosphere. What stood out to you most?
Offensively, watching South Oldham 2 weeks in a row, and watching them kind of evolve and, not even being too stubborn, that I have to do it a certain way, that, some things weren't working and we'll kind of adjust. But, trying to get to your RPOs off of, some of your fullback dives and the options, when they stopped that, they were able to open up the passing game a little bit, some short passes here and there. And, it created some issues, with Oldham County trying to, basically their linebackers overrunning and then receivers just replacing them. And then, quarterback throws in there to them. It kept drives going, kept things working, a few yards. But their patience as an offense, really wears down the other team. And I've watched them the last 2 games now, second half, really take over. I mean, something really kicks in with them. They focus in. They kind of outlast, the 2 teams I've watched them play especially. So, that's obviously, a testament to the coaching staff of how they prepare them to finish games like that.
South Oldham lost first game of the season big at Anderson County. And, wow, to come back 4 straight wins now for them. Oldham County started 4-0, big win, 7-6 over Fern Creek included in there. And Oldham County goes down to defeat, but you couldn't ask for much more in a rivalry game. And
to watch it go back and forth, that's what you expect with a rivalry game or any game. I mean, anybody that, straps it on is going to put this kind of time in. I mean, you're going to keep stepping up and trying to make plays and, get yourself kind of up off the mat when things aren't going well. But you watched Oldham County pressure South Oldham's offense, causing problems for them, and then somewhere around mid-third quarter, South Oldham just kind of kicks in, and then, they really kind of grinded things out a little bit, and you weren't getting the pressure from Oldham County's front, especially on those last 2 drives, that you get later in the game. And that's what you look when you're looking at your program and how you're going to finish games and then, what you can draw on.
Fourth quarter pass rush, the key to winning, as Bill Walsh always said it. You pass rush late in the game, you can't replace it.
Absolutely.
It is vital in big games, any game, for a win. Well, there you have it at 23-21. Great game. We're going to come back. We're going to take our last break of our post game, and we're going to come back with our most outstanding players of the game, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley. We are thrilled to bring you that. So stay with us, folks. You won't want to miss it as we recap and give our most outstanding players of the game to you when we return on Glycod.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware, 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking,
Hey, you got it, man!
but you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Oldham County High School's Belfield at Chris Landers Stadium. The visiting South Oldham Dragons win this rivalry game 23-21 over the Oldham County Colonels, and tonight's most outstanding players are presented by Crestwood State Farm Insurance agent Leslie Gilly. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. And now for those most outstanding players, first for the home side, the Oldham County Colonels, Marty Lowe.
I'm not the.
No, you're not the most outstanding.
Yeah, Derek Dees, whatever, man, for Oldham County, really stood in there. And to watch, just his development during this game, of how he handled pressure, wasn't getting the ball out of his hands, errant throws, even threw an interception off a 4 vertical read, and then still came back, and set his feet, started getting the ball out of the hand with the same pressure, made some huge throws down the stretch. It's just unfortunate for them that it ended the way it did.
And there he is, number 7 quarterback Derek Dees, the most outstanding player for the Oldham County Colonels. Hey, there could have been more. I mean, Jaden Corum, if he wouldn't have had that 95-yard touchdown run called back on a hold, I mean, that kid was lights out in the first half for Oldham County.
And I definitely thought they would have gave him more touches even right after that, too, to get him going in that style of offense, But, if he would have hit that without that hold, of course, could have been a whole different situation.
But Derek
with
Dees,
the momentum at that time, but definitely.
Yes, Derek Dees, the most outstanding player for Oldham County. And for the South Oldham Dragons?
Miles, I mean, what else can you say? 2 weeks in a row, Julian Miles, just watching, his athletic ability and, sticking his foot in the ground, making second-level cuts, just what he does for that offense. And even the way they're using him, too, out of the backfield, to create that, where you have other running backs in the backfield. You got Ethan, okay, so they have so many guys they can get to. But, coaching staff using him to move him around, that he's catching the ball, he's running, helping your backup quarterback, catching a swing, from your brother and taking it the distance. So, yeah, I mean, that's MVP caliber type stuff.
And his poise to sit down, in the zone, find the soft spots, punting the ball, just waiting the last second to do that rugby punt, catching a ball on the bounce on a punt return and making something happen late in the second quarter to give his team a little positive spark that turns into 6 points right before the half. Julian Miles, most outstanding player for the South Oldham Dragons. And again, we'd like to thank Crestwood State Farm Insurance agent Leslie Gilly for the sponsorship. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. Now we transition to next week, a look ahead. And a look ahead at next week's schedule presented by Mortensen Family Dental. A healthy smile means a healthier you. And next week, here we go. Our lineup on Friday night for Glycod. It is at 7 o'clock. Columbus East at Floyd Central in southern Indiana, as well at 7 o'clock. Silver Creek at Jeffersonville. And at 7:30, big districts or Region 7 versus Region 6, male at PRP. And then you have Anderson County at South Oldham and Ballard against Tate's Creek. So Anderson County and South Oldham. Next week, Ballard and Tate's Creek as well. You'll probably be at that one, huh?
I won't.
No?
I will. I will be off for the next 2 weeks.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. You're
I'll
off.
be traveling, and we have a fall break at school, so I got
Excellent.
I got a little stretch of time.
Excellent. Well, that is a look ahead at next week's schedule, presented by the Mortensen Family Dental Group. A healthy smile means a healthier you. What a great time, Marty. It was great to work with you. Happy birthday, young man.
Appreciate you. Yeah, I get to enjoy my day tomorrow. We'll go see some people out to the Louisville Georgia Tech game, so we'll get back home a little bit and see a few people and enjoy a game.
Have a nice little time tomorrow.
Watch my guy Jeff Brom, put it on the Yellow Jackets.
Your old teammate, Jeff Brom.
I tell you what.
Terrific stuff. Good day. Happy again. Happy day. So for our on-site producers, Katie Adkins and Chris McGilligan, and for our executive producer, Steve Bird, and owner-operator of Glycod, Chris Labar, for Marty Lowe, I'm Paul Najar, thanking you, everyone, for watching tonight. Stay with us all year. Friday Night Football on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Oldham High School's football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management, featuring the Waste Wizard search engine. Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. German American Bank, serving our community since 1910. LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Operation Parent, and Financial Solutions Incorporated.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation.